Alright, hi everyone, this is Pete here. So in my previous video, I talked about my strategy using the ladder technique to use my emergency fund to buy into T-bills. And there were a lot of questions on how to buy T-bills, so I'm going to address that in this video. But if you have not watched the previous video to understand how it works, do watch the video over here. So let's talk about firstly, what do you need before you can buy T-bills from the Singapore government? The first thing is you need a central depository account, or most commonly known as a CDP account, to hold the investment. Now, if you do not have this account, I'm just going to put a link in the description so that you can go ahead and open a CDP account. Now, the second thing is that for those of you who are investing using cash and SRS, you can actually invest as simply as using the ATMs or internet banking of the main banks, right, which is DBS/POSB, OCBC, and UOB. Now, for those of you who wants to invest using CPF, right, this is where it gets a bit tricky, is that you have to go to the main branch of the DBS, OCBC, or UOB bank, right? Take note, it's the main branch, not just any branch out there. Now, if you have all these, you are ready to go. Firstly, let me just go through POSB/DBS roughly how it looks like, and I grabbed all these screenshots actually from a Singapore blogger, which is Investment Modes, alright? So if you want to find out in greater details, you can actually go to his website. I'll put it in the link below. But right now, if you are using a POSB account, you can see over here that you can actually just go to invest, right? And you will see under here, Singapore Government Security. So click on that and you will see that POSB will give you the options between Singapore Savings Bond, T-bills, and the normal Singapore bonds, right? So you can select T-bills over here and click next. They will show you what are the T-bills that's available right now. Now, for information, the next T-bill that's going to come up is actually going to be open on the 22nd of this month, right? So if you want to invest in those, right, it will be really soon. Okay, so over here, this is the August one where the closing date is 3rd of August, and it once again reminds you that you can use cash or SRS. Okay, so when you click next, they will ask you which one do you want to use and also key in your CDP account. Now, this number should already be in the system if you have already opened a CPF investment account with the bank. So this is where it gets a little bit complicated because there are two types of bid you can put up for the T-bills. One is the competitive bid and one is a non-competitive bid. Alright, so I actually usually just choose non-competitive because that is actually the most straightforward one, and in fact, non-competitive actually gives you a much higher chance of getting your allocation. So once you selected non-competitive bid, you're basically set, and then key in the amount that you wish to invest. With that done, let's jump right into UOB. Now in the UOB internet banking, you will see on the left hand side under the investment segment, there is actually an IPO bond/T-bills. So click on that and that will bring you to the security segment, and you can choose between Singapore Savings Bond, once again, the normal SGS bonds, and here, SGS Treasury Bills. So they do not call it T-bills, but Treasury Bills in UOB. So you can see which are the Treasury Bills available over here. And if you want it, you can actually click on next over here, right? And that's it, you can just invest accordingly. Now, let's go to OCBC. Now for OCBC, it's actually under the Investment and Insurance tab, right, where you will find Singapore Government Securities over here. And once you hit there, OCBC is actually one of the more intuitive one because they give you a lot of explanations, right? And of course over here, you can select the Treasury Bills, right? And they also put in T-bills as well, right? So once you have done that, they will actually ask you once again what type of bid, how do you want to invest, and usually non-competitive will be suitable for most people. Okay, you can key in the amount that you want to invest and where you want to invest from, and also your CDP account number. Alright, so once that's done, actually you just need to wait for the auction to close and check your CDP account after 3 business days, because upon 3 business days is where they will deposit the T-bills and it will be reflected, okay, in your CDP statement, right? Now, if you're investing using CPF, then it's not in your CDP statement, it will be reflected in your CPF statement instead. Now, once again, just remember, if you are using CPF to invest, do go to the main branch of the bank and not just any branch out there. So which are the main branches over here? I'm just going to put it up here for your convenience. All right, the location for DBS, UOB, and OCBC. Alright, that's how you can buy treasury bills very simply, either using ATM, internet banking, or even going to the main branch itself. But more importantly is, what do I use it for, right? Once again, over here, I'm not giving you investment advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and what I'm using T-bills for. So I'm not using it for investment as a main vehicle. I'm using it actually to store my emergency funds, right? So investing in T-bill is not a wealth creation system, right? It's not going to make you very wealthy. It is about making pocket monies, okay, with my emergency fund, because these are the money that I would not invest in the stock market regardless of the situation, right? These are funds that I want to set aside to give me that margin of safety. Another thing to take note of is that some people are asking me, hey Pete, is this the same as some of the corporate bonds out there? Absolutely no. Treasury bills is actually AAA rated, backed by the government of Singapore, whereas corporate bonds is actually backed by the company, so they are not the same in terms of the level of risk. And also, just a quick reminder, this is not my main investment, right? This is to store the emergency funds, and my main investment is still in the property, stocks, and options world, where it generates better return. In fact, if you just look at stocks, over the long term, the stock markets perform much better than the treasury bonds. So that's all I have. I hope you find this useful and understand how you can invest in T-bills and how I use it effectively to generate good returns on my emergency funds. Alright, so if you like the content here, do like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.